If I need to start my own restaurant today, how much money do I need?
You're going to need at least... I started on the ship where I was getting 350 US dollars. And then in 11 years, I was getting 15x. You know, a chef is a player.
For the skill,
You are paid for how you perform, of course. The reason why these things are on the menu, there's a whole maths and science behind it.
A student today who is joining this, how much would they be earning?
At the beginning, they would start anything from...
We're in Mumbai, the city of dreams. Today we're going to debunk another alternative career and get into the how of all of it. So I think there are two kinds of people. One who love food and the other who love food, live for it and also make it. So guess what today's episode is going to be about? So I'm super excited about today because we're going to be meeting Vicky Ratnani, a very celebrated chef in the Indian ecosystem, someone who has, back in the day, earned 75 rupees being a waiter to today being one of the highest paid restaurateurs and celebrity chefs in the country. He is a chef, he is a content creator, he's a food connoisseur, and he's someone who I draw incredible amounts of inspiration from. I promise you, I'm going to bring you another playbook of sorts. Are you excited?
So many people, wow. What are you shooting, Sholay or?
Your childhood in the suburbs of Bandra and
Shivaji Park actually.
Shivaji Park.
Part Shivaji Park, part Bandra, yeah.
Do you recall any of that?
It was food all the time.
Right.
You know, living in Shivaji Park, my grandfather used to take me out to different sweet shops, because I loved eating.
Yeah.
And it was the best way to keep me quiet is let's give him some food. Yeah. You know, as a kid, I knew in every flat on what day what is made. So, I would eat sometimes 3 lunches. And I used to land up like the bell rings, oh, that must be Vicky. Because it's meal time. So it was like that. So yeah, these were some memories like the Sunday biryani, the sai bhaji on Monday, the dal pakwan on Sunday breakfast, which used to come from outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we were to think of the fundamental laying brick of you as someone who intends to become a chef today, as a young person,
is to learn the skill.
Is to learn the skill. And what's the best way today to go learn the skill? Like, do you join an
institution? I'll tell you, I went to IHM,
Right.
which is the Indian Hotel Management, which is where it's a government body.
Yeah.
And I think there are 13 of them around India. At that time, that was the only kind of education. If I had to be a pastry chef or a baker, okay, I had to go through the 3 years. Now you have so many private colleges, so you don't have to go through the full 9 yards. It's a lot more focused. I mean, it's easier to and quicker to make money nowadays than it was for us.
So welcome to Pathshala. The learning still goes on. Welcome to Kerala.
There is a part of your journey which was between Dadar College and you finishing that entire piece and making that decision to going sailing around the world and being on the Queen Elizabeth ship. In between this, there is a financial decision that needs to be made. Now, I'm comparing that to the student today. And this is 3 decades later.
Yeah.
If you are to start on day 0, once you graduate from college, what should you potentially do if you want to be a chef?
I think if you want to be a chef, the first thing is that get into a good place. For example, if you want to go into mainstream regional cuisine of India,
Yeah.
you should choose a place which is actually, if not the best, but doing some really good regional food which you feel are going to be the first clamps to hold on
Yeah.
to start your journey, to get your vocation right.
Got it. So step one would be to sort of get hands-on experience.
No, without that, don't even think of moving next.
Got it.
Everything has been worked out very well in terms of food costs, in terms of the reason why these things are on the menu. There's a whole maths and science behind it. People ask me that, what did the ship do to you? I said the ship made me bulletproof. Learning so many new things in such a short span of time, exposure to different kinds of produce, meat, seafood, vegetables, wines. I was in the first 4 years of my career after college. I think the first 5 years of any student's career after he is done with college, I think is the most crucial time.
Yeah.
So those 5 years there was so much happening which was kind of making me physically, emotionally, creatively, spiritually more strong.
Let's say that like we go 2 steps behind, which was the education piece. I want to understand from that to the sous chef. Typically, for a student today who is joining this, how much would they be earning? And if this was in the Indian context, let's also assume for a second.
In the Indian context, I would say the beginning they would start anything from 12 to 15,000.
12 to 15,000. Okay, if you are someone who entered,
if you've come from a college background,
Yeah.
you speak English, or you are educated well,
got it.
or you can read and write also.
Understood. So that's say the start of the career. And this 12 to 15,000 goes into the step 2, which is you've gotten some amount of experience doing this in the
Yes,
kitchen.
yeah.
You spend some time.
Then you would go up to about, in 2 years, maybe up to like 20.
Understood. And this 20 is operating in the hands-on experience that you mentioned as
It's
step
all,
2.
I'll tell you, it's like, for example, I started on the ship as a third commie,
Right.
where I was getting $350 in those days.
Right.
And then in 11 years, which is very, very fast, I
Yeah.
became executive chef.
Right.
I was getting 15x.
Right.
Now, the proportion, it varies.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying it is literally, it's like a sport.
Right.
It's like a football player, cricket player. Like that.
How is it like that?
You are paid for how you work.
Yeah. For the
You are
skill, for the...
You are paid for how you perform, of course, for the
Right.
skill.
We've reached 20,000 rupees up until now in this conversation. Now we're going to go to the sous chef. Ideally, what range would
About 35,
Got it.
40.
Got it.
It all depends again on the restaurant, but this
Of course.
I'm taking normal.
Yeah. From the sous chef, which is like say step 3 in this role that we allocated, you're going to go to head chef. How much time does it take from sous chef to head chef? Because you just described that like, you did it 11 years.
Well, I'll tell you, it's very hard to give an exact time frame.
Right.
But allow yourself at least 2 to 3 years.
Understood.
Because at the end of the day, a smart person will only grab that job when he feels he is actually capable for it.
Right.
Because you know what? As they say, it's tough at the top.
Yeah.
The side hustle.
The side hustle in the journey as a chef, anybody entering this, as a student especially, they'd love to know more about this.
You know, when you're in your third year especially, there are a lot of caterers, restaurateurs, people are doing events who are looking for college students to come and work. I'm always looking for college students. And I know the hunger what college students have to learn more work and make money. Because I went through that same grind. There are caterers in every city. Nowadays, you can even join them. There is a better money than the hotel would.
Can you tell me what that looks like if you are like in the catering business? If you were doing the same job, like
You
if
would
had,
start
like,
off
2 years.
as a 20,000 salary.
Got it.
As
Got it.
compared to
The 13 and 15
yeah.
ish.
At least. You know, a chef is a player. If
Right.
he's a good player, you know, he's paid well.
If I need to start my own restaurant today, how much money do I need? Number one, and what are the steps that I need to follow to start my own restaurant?
It starts from how large the restaurant is,
Yeah.
where the restaurant is located, because the big factor is rent.
Right.
Now, there's a whole maths behind it.
Let's
For-
assume that we're talking about like a small restaurant, and we're starting this in a location that is not it's commercial, but it's not in the absolute epicenter, because I'm assuming that someone who is young may not have the kind of investment as compared to the others.
Yeah.
Let's say that we're starting at a place where a young person wishes to start a restaurant. What would be the smart move, and how much should they be looking at?
See, it could start with an investment of even 20 lakhs. And say you're doing a small, say a 20 cover restaurant. Okay.
Right.
You're going to need at least 5 to 7 lakhs minimum on your kitchen equipment.
Got it.
Okay. Now, outside, it all depends on what tables and chairs you have. So I would say another 5 to 10 lakhs, 5 lakhs outside. I'm going really minimum.
Yeah.
Then you'll have a rent deposit which you have to pay. So generally, the rent deposit is 1 year rent. The idea is that you have to work out all your costs to arrive at a break-even point. Now, you're not going to make any money in the first, I would say, 1 year,
Right.
realistically.
Right.
You know, because you have a marketing expense, which is also, it is an expense. If your rent is 10,000 rupees a month, you have to do a sale of 1 lakh a month
Got it. For this to make sense, for the
for
business
this
to
to
make
make
sense.
sense.
So you're saying if I do 10x of my rent in terms of sale,
Yes.
I am running a decent business.
Yes.
So then what do I make? So if I've generated 15 lakhs worth of revenue,
Yeah.
and this is a pretty like solid, healthy business, I would say,
You'll make about 3 lakhs.
make about 3 lakhs. Okay, got it.
Maximum, yeah, you do about 2 lakhs profit.
From your experience, is there a cuisine that works better than other cuisines when you're starting a restaurant?
Indian.
The reason, oh, okay.
Indian.
And why is that?
In the country of origin, the number one cuisine is the original cuisine.
Right.
You
Is
know-
that why is that?
I mean, how often would you eat Japanese over Indian?
That's quite true.
I have an idea. I'm creating a product.
Okay.
I love this product. I believe in it. I give it to people. I test it and I say, okay. Now, the next thing is that I want to manufacture this. I want to make my own hot sauce.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
I haven't found a name for it, but I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
Now, there
We
are
are watching a product coming alive in action. Friends, this
hopefully,
does not happen
hopefully,
every day.
Hopefully.
Thank you, sir.
So
Nice.
This is just salt, nothing else.
Nice. It's very, very flavorful. I did not think that that's what I would be saying once I had this. Because I was thinking it's going to be spicy as fuck. And I would be asking for a lot more water.
No. The thing is that you've only had like
Yeah, you remove the seeds.
Now once
Yeah.
I blend this all,
Yeah.
the vinegar and the salt and the whole funk in this is going to be wow.
Get to a place where, like, say, there is someone who is a head chef at a restaurant today, could be a decently popular restaurant. What would a person like that make in today's day and age? And is that something to aspire for?
See, I'll tell you, you as a head chef of a good restaurant, you can make anything from 2 lakhs to 4 lakhs a month.
Got it.
If it also depends upon the owner as well.
Right.
If someone who's making 4-5 crores in sale a month, I would definitely pay my chef 3-4 lakhs
Got it.
with the bat of an eyelid, because at the end of the day, whatever you say, I feel with anyone creative, you should pay him well. The symphony of today makes tomorrow. I think it's a cumulative thing.
Yeah.
And I think what I am now is minus it's the, 20 years or 25 years of work.
Yeah.
So you don't know what is the end game, because
Yeah.
it's exactly you're the captain of the ship.
Yeah.
You say you drive your own bus.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get pushed forward,
Yeah.
but it's very easy to crash if you're not looking at it properly. Yes, it is important to achieve, but I think what is really important is what you leave back
Yeah.
for the people.
Absolutely.
I think that's got more value.
Yeah. Phenomenal.
Okay, well,
Hallelujah. Sir,
Thank you, man.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks a lot. Thank you, guys.
Yet another incredible episode of debunking another alternative career and learning from the absolute best in the industry. I hope that this playbook was useful to you and we're able to bring more such episodes where we are getting closer and closer to understanding how alternative careers operate. This is 01 by Zerodha. Like, share and subscribe.